Flosstube, and welcome back to World on a String by Dara. I am Dara, and gosh, this is episode number 7. I can't believe I've actually stayed consistent with this. I guess that means I enjoy it and that it's a lot of fun. Well, who doesn't like talking about their craft projects and showing off what they're working on? Flosstube has been such a great experience, like getting into the crafting community. We just moved to where we are, I think 7 to 8 months ago. And just a lot of crafty friends live really far away, so it's been just a great opportunity for me to reach out and meet a ton of crafty people, because that makes me so happy and brings me a lot of joy. So I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, because I believe Thanksgiving happened in the past 2 weeks. I know that we had a great Thanksgiving. We went and celebrated with my husband's side of the family on actual Thanksgiving Day, and then we went to my family the day after, and it was just great to see everyone and have a lot of time off for the holidays. So I know I had a great restful weekend. And other things that have happened in the past week or two, my husband is nearing the end of his final school term. So he will be graduated by my next Flosstube, which is super exciting for him. He's getting his degree in electrical engineering, which is similar to my degree, and I am so proud of him for pushing through. He's like in the dredges of those last few weeks of finals. I actually just helped him finish a final right before filming this, and he's got one paper to write, and then he's just finishing up his big engineering senior project. So it's been a lot keeping him alive and fed and slept. He tends to hyper focus and just stay up many nights in a row to get stuff done, and it can be a lot sometimes to just try and make sure that he's okay and taking care of himself. But you know, that's coming to a close. I'm super excited for him, and then he just sent in an application to a master's program, so we are fingers crossed waiting to hear back from that in the next week or two, which is super exciting. So few things before we get into stitching. I received a lovely Christmas card and gifts from a lady named Christine, who watches both my mom and I's Flosstubes. She said not to open the gifts until Christmas Eve, at least Christmas Eve. So they are currently at my parents' house, because we do Christmas with my parents on Christmas Eve and then Christmas with my husband's family on Christmas Day. So we will open her gifts on Christmas Eve. Of course, I will be sure to share them when the time comes, but we got this super sweet card from her, and I wanted to just share it and say thank you, Christine. It has been so fun to like get little things from you in the mail from time to time, and this card was such a fun surprise. She just wrote a sweet note. She said, "Love from across the pond," which I think is adorable. So I just wanted to say a quick thank you to you, Christine. That is so sweet of you and kind and considerate, and it's just, Happy Meal's great. I also wanted to like just mention, it was so cool. I was at work. I was about to leave work early on Friday for prepping for the Jingle Ball, which I'll talk about later. And I got a notification that one of my things had been reviewed on Etsy, and I was freaking out, because like a lot of people have bought my patterns, and like, thank you so much. I did not expect to get that many people to buy them off the bat. That's been super fun to see people starting to stitch my stuff. And there was one lady who bought the Noble Work reproduction sampler that I had started, and she left the sweetest review. and I wanted to share it just because it was so cool and like totally made my day. I will post it whichever side. I don't know how I set up my phone which side has more room. Whichever side has more room, it'll pop up. But she said, my mother, born in 1909, had this stitched picture in her bedroom while I was growing up. I have no idea what happened to it, but now I can reproduce it for her grand and great-grandchildren. And let me say, that is a huge honor, and like, I am just, that's so cool, you guys, to be able to like share the history both from my family and just to help create an heirloom for another family. Super cool. So without further ado, I guess let's get into stitching. So first off, I wanted to show, okay, I know I already showed my little Christmas tree from last time, but we got our tree up and I wanted to show you what it looked like on the tree. So I'll put that here, and it turned out so cute. I'm so happy, you guys, with how it turned out. It just looks precious on the tree and adorable, and I think I'm going to be obsessed with making ornaments now because they're so small and like satisfying finishes that they are top notch. So I just wanted to share that because it was adorable and fun to share. So now we can get into whips. I didn't work on a huge variety of whips these past few weeks, but I did get some good progress done. This project is the hot chocolate recipe from Stitchrovia. Super cute. For a while, I think my pattern marker software says I'm officially like 60% of the way through, which is exciting. Here, let me unroll this so you can see it a little better. I need a minder fell off. We're good, you guys. We're good. So this is where I am at now. I think since last time, I did everything right here. Basically everything under the 600 milliliters of whole milk. And super cute. I'm thoroughly enjoying the back stitching on this guy. It's super satisfying, I think, because it's not just an outline, it's like a big part of the piece of like the words and even though it is outlining to some extent, it's just, I love the texture that it gives the piece, and oh yeah, it's just super cute. So that is my progress on that little guy. Super fun. Hopefully I can work on that a little more. I have been committed to a few other pieces right now. So I'll stick that back in here. So that's my progress on that guy. Got a few hundred stitches on that one, which is pretty satisfying. I have also been working on the, oh goodness, all right, Cozy Witchy Christmas from Flossie Fox Shop. This is that pattern of hers. It is a cute little like living room with a bunch of magical Christmassy things, which I think is adorable. So I've been working quite a bit on that, especially since last time. Last time I did not have very much of this done yet. Sorry, things are like all stuck together in this bag. So, okay. So since last time, I think I only had a part of the border and like a few little Christmas presents. I made a ton of progress, and I did the tree, I did like the little clock, there's a little Santa hat, the little heart poster. I did a ton of the little gifts down here, And oh my word, the kitties, you guys, they're playing in the presents and it's so cute. Those are one of my favorite parts of the pattern. I just can't get over it that they're like, this one's pawing at the little bow on the present, and that one is just jumping between the little presents, and goodness, it's just adorable. So this is the start of a bookshelf with a little like garland on it, and yeah, it's just too cute. And the Christmas tree was super fun. There was a night where my husband was just cranking on a bunch of homework, and I sat down and watched The School for Good and Evil on Netflix, which was thoroughly enjoyable as someone who was a fan of the book series when I was younger. I think they stayed pretty true to the story, and just it was a very enjoyable movie to watch while just cranking on stitching. So that's how far I got on that guy. And let's see, I'm gonna have to talk a little quieter on this next project because there was a Black Friday sale for one of the designers that I follow, and they had a sale for like 50% off their patterns, and I was freaking out because I had been eyeing a lot of their patterns for a while, and they were half off. So I'm like, oh my word, I gotta go buy a ton of their patterns now. So I did, of course. And one of them, it was small enough that I thought I wanted to do it for my husband for Christmas. My husband loves birds. He loves like little tiny budgie birds. He loves owls. His favorite birds are like the budgie parakeet kind of style of birds, and then ravens, because he had a raven for a while that was injured, and then he took care of it, nursed it back to health, and released it back to the wild, which is a really cool story. I actually got to meet it. It was before we were ever dating, but I remember I visited their family's house and got to meet the raven, and she was very, very pretty. Birds are ravens and budgies, and there is a super, super cute budgie pattern, and I am almost done stitching it for him. So this is the little budgie. He's so, so cute. He's got his little head cocked, and the rest of the pattern is there is a like circular perch that he's on, so I'll be stitching all the way up and around here. I do think aside from the beak, the entire bird is done, so I'll fill in the rest of the beak and do the circle, and then it'll be done. So hopefully this will be a finish by next time, and then it'll be wrapped and under the tree for him this year. I'm so excited. He has no idea that I'm making it for him. I've very strategically stitched it while I'm at work or while he's been really busy in school, in the office, and yeah. So I really, really hope he enjoys that. I think he will. So, but I keep it hidden behind this other project in my project bag so that there's no chance that he will find it. So there's that whip. And then this whip is something that I started in the past 2 weeks. It is a pattern that I self-drafted and will be releasing soon, but I wanted to give you guys kind of a preview before I did that, just because I've been working on it so much. That's where most of my stitching time has gone. And I know some people will like wait till the project's done before releasing it, but I can't wait. I gotta show it off. So this pattern, which will be available hopefully in the next 2 weeks, that's kind of my goal, is called, I don't have a very good mock-up of it, I'll warn you, but it's called BT, and this is the pattern. It is a super, super cute pattern. It's of a bunch of bees having a little tea party. There's like a cute frog with eating a fly and his little fishy friend. We've got some very expressive ants carrying some sugar cubes for the bees and their tea. And then of course some other insect friends up above. So I'm in the middle of model stitching it because I really want to have a model before I post the pattern for people to buy. And I just want to show off my progress so far. So this is where I'm at. I've done, I think my markup app says I'm 49% of the way through, so I'm halfway. So I've done most of this whole half of the pattern. I'm doing this on, wow, I totally forgot to mention like fabric and stuff for my last projects. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is a 28 count linen, I believe. I think it's just a tea-dyed Carolina linen from Charles Craft or something. But I got the little fishy done down here, the little froggy, and this will be a whole foxglove and cattail bush. We've got the start of the bees and their little table full of tea. And honestly, my favorite part of the whole pattern has to be this little dragonfly so far. He's so cute with his little glasses and book. Gosh, yeah, just the colors and his little face are so cute. There, I can't tell if the Christmas tree lights are getting behind the pattern, but maybe if they are, that helps you see a bit better. Oh, but yeah, this is so cute. So there's your preview. I guess it's not really a preview, it's a reveal. But this pattern will be releasing very soon. I am making some last minute touch-ups to it, obviously, as I'm finding little things that I want to change as I'm stitching it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you like that pattern and if you would be interested in it. And if you are, I might throw it a discount code at you for when I release it, because holidays are coming up and it's always fun to treat yourself a little bit when you're in the midst of online shopping, buying stuff for everyone else. So yeah, if you are interested in it, comment below and I'll make sure to get you a discount code, because that's always fun. So those are my Stitchy whips for the past 2 weeks. I honestly have thought about calling this a craft tube instead of a floss tube, because I have been doing a ton of other crafts as well. I have been doing quite a bit of crochet. Let's see, that's over here. I have been working on my coat sleeve. I showed you guys, I think 2 episodes back, I have a really beautiful elven crocheted like fantasy coat that I'm making. That's basically like a coat that has a skirt dress aspect to it. So I finished one of the sleeves for it, which is super great. I'm already halfway through the other sleeve, and then I have to crochet the hood, and it's like done, you guys. Oh my word, I'm super excited. I actually went and bought the lining fabric for it, not this past week, but the week before. And so I need to start cutting out the pieces, because I don't want to attach this before I get a chance to lay it out and cut the lining piece, so that I know it fits right. So yeah, that's really close to being done, and I'm super excited to start assembling that and potentially being able to wear it, because I've been like dying to wear it lately. And speaking of crochet, I wanted to mention a little early a channel I've been watching, and actually a really cool event that I participated in. I think it was right after Thanksgiving with my parents. I was on YouTube looking for people to watch once we got home because I wanted to stitch a little bit before bed, and I stumbled upon this channel called The Mindful Creators. I'm so sorry for getting that wrong if I got it wrong. But The Mindful Creators, and it's this super sweet girl named Fem from, I think her name is Femke as her full name, but she goes by Fem because it's easier to say. And she's from the Netherlands, and she has created this lovely little community of crocheters and knitters. And she has a lovely channel that I will tag down below so you can go watch her videos. But she also has a lovely little Facebook group full of people who share their projects and whatnot. And they actually had their first meetup the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And I because we had Thanksgiving with my family on Friday night, like the day after Thanksgiving, I was like, oh my word, that's tomorrow morning. And so I was like, sure, why not? Let's just go. And so I did. And guys, it was so much fun. There were women of all ages there from all over the world, and we just had a blast. We talked for like 2 hours, knitting and crocheting and just talking about crafting, and gosh, it was just lovely. So the group is open to anyone, and if you're interested in joining the next if you're interested in joining the next meetup, definitely go follow her YouTube, join the Facebook group. I believe she has an Instagram as well. This is a picture of all of us who were together there on the call, and it was just a joy to meet so many girls and talk and just have fun crafting together. So that was a huge highlight of my week. Thank you, Fem. I had a great time. I finished my sleeve that day and started on the next one. So it was a great way to prioritize some crocheting in the meantime. So in addition to crocheting, I sewed up my linen skirt. I believe last episode I said that I was having a sewing day with my sister-in-laws. That ended up getting canceled, sadly enough. But I I sewed up my skirt anyway because I wanted it. And I've been wearing it, and guys, it's so comfortable and durable. It is exactly what I wanted out of a skirt. Like I said, it's the first skirt I've ever sewn myself. This is what it looks like. I didn't have any brown thread, so it's got white, but my shirt goes over it, so it doesn't really matter. The waistband is a little funky, but hey, it's my first waistband, it's okay. And yeah, it's just long and glorious and pleated and super fun. I'll put a picture here of me wearing it because it's super comfortable, and I had a great time making it. I just told my husband when I got home from work one day, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to exist for the entire evening. Food is fend for yourself. Have fun. And I just went and sewed the skirt one evening because that's what I wanted to do. So I did. So I'm really happy that I got that done. And goodness. So full haul. If you were only here to see whips and projects, thank you so much for joining. I have some really fun upcoming projects though, so I'm kind of going to talk about like my plans for what I got with the haul, so stay tuned. The first thing I wanted to show that I got was this beautiful hand-dyed Ada that I got from Finland. And it does have a project that goes with it. So the fabric is specifically from Fin Stitcher's factory. It's a lady, I don't remember her name, but she does beautiful hand-dyed linen and Ada. this I got specifically for the Climbing Goat Stitchers Hubble Space Telescope SAL that's starting in January. It is a gorgeous SAL. I believe Climbing Goat Stitcher, I forgot her name as well, oh my goodness, but I know she has like a PhD. She's brilliant, like super smart, and she does a ton of space themed cross stitch patterns, and they're really, really cool. And I saw her SAL get announced, and the first image it's really cool. It's like a big square, and there's going to be 9 squares around and in the middle and stuff, and they're all going to be stitched images of the Hubble Space from the Hubble Space Telescope, which is super cool. I'm super excited. Anyway, this was the recommended fabric. It's folded up. I'm not going to unravel it because I want to keep it nice until I get to the floss and pattern, but it is a gorgeous it's called Night Sky, and I got an 18 count Aida, and it is a gorgeous opalescent. I can't tell if you can see the like shiny little specks in it, but it's just beautiful. And I think it's going to go very, very well with the space theme of the SAL. So that's starting in January. I think there's like 70 colors, which is crazy. And obviously this is a piece that fits, I think, almost the whole pattern. And yeah, that's going to be super fun. So that's an upcoming start that I have in January that I am very excited for. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm hoping to give it as like a gift to my husband because he loves space. So that fabric was really exciting to get in the mail from Finland. Who doesn't love getting international mail? Goodness. And then I also got a killer deal on fabric from Joann's. So in other news, I'm going to be sewing some more this season. This is some really beautiful like gauze cotton fabric. Joann's was running, it was their Cyber Monday deal, and they had like 50% off a ton of their fabrics, which is already an amazing deal. And these are like $16 a yard fabrics. Like, I don't think I could ever fork out that much money with the budget we have right now and be okay with it. So not only was it 50% off, but they had an additional 20% off sale coupon. And on top of that, there was like an $8 off coupon that I got somewhere too. So all in all, I got, gosh, so these are like usually $16 a yard. I got, I believe, 2 yards of this one and 3 yards of this color, this beautiful purple color. And so that's 5 yards of $16.99 or like $15.99 a yard fabric. Guess how much I got it for, you guys? I got it for like, I think the total ended up being $22, which is insane. I'm still trying to decide, but I really want to make a dress out of these. Not both of them together, but I think I want to make like a purple dress or an orange dress, or both. Maybe I will do one of each, just because they're beautiful colors, and it's just super nice, soft fabric that I love the texture of it. So we will see what becomes of that. And of course, when Cyber Monday, Black Friday rolled around, I did get a few patterns from Non-Stop Stitch, the same person who designed the budgie pattern I showed earlier. I also bought this pattern. It's called Irish Welcome by Lisa, Cross Stitch Designs by Lisa on Etsy. I have quite a bit of Irish lineage in my my dad is super into the whole ancestry stuff, and I think we have a handful of Irish ancestors on both sides of my family. And I have just always loved anything Irish, like Celtic knots, Celtic music, anything. I spent a few months learning Irish Gaelic for a while. My piano teacher was Irish and she spoke Gaelic fluently. It's just been like a common thread throughout my whole life that I've loved Ireland. I've always wanted to go there. And so when I saw this pattern, I had to have it. It was so cute. It was on sale for Black Friday, so I picked it up. And it says, Siad Mille Folcha. I think that's how you say it, or Folcha. Correct me if there's anyone who speaks Gaelic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says along those lines. And that means 100,000 welcomes. And I just love that. So I really want to stitch this up for like our entryway into our house. I might change up the colors because they're a bit muted for my taste. I might make it a bit brighter. But I got this and I love it. I think it would be a great pattern to have, especially in the spring. So, goodness. I also got a ton of patterns from the Jingle Ball. Too many to just show off because I'm sure I will be kitting them up and starting them here in the next few months. So, but speaking of the Jingle Ball, I had a great time. I hung out with my mom. Her and I got together. Well, I was home for the first evening on Friday night. If you don't know what the Jingle Ball is, I'm so sorry. It was an online cross-stitch event put on by Lindy Stitches. It was really, really fun. This was the first time they've ever done it. And there was shopping with 12 exclusive designers. There were like meet and greets with the designers, and then there were stitching tables where you could go and hang out with other stitchers. And we just had a great time meeting people and talking, and I went to my parents' house the second day, and Mom and I spent a lot of time stitching and talking with other people, so that was super fun. Like I said, I bought a lot of patterns from there that I'm excited to stitch up, and yeah, just a lot of good stuff that happened the past few weeks. Looking towards the future, I really hope to finish the BT pattern in the next week or so because I'm really close, and I would really love to see that be finally published and finished because I just think it's adorable. It's the perfect spring pattern if you're like wanting to get in early on spring. And I'm also in the middle of finishing drawing a canning pattern. If you've watched my previous episodes, I love canning food, like home canning, pressure canning, water bath canning, all of it. So I'm designing a pattern more for myself because I love canning so much. So I'm working on that. I am also working on charting a drawing that my dad did. My dad loves doodling, and he drew this really, really cool manta ray that's like it kind of looks like a Mayan tattoo. And I'm just like, I have to chart that. It's beautiful. So he gave me the okay to chart it, and he sent me the picture of it, and I'm really excited to chart that. So hopefully maybe I'll start working on that soon too. Yeah, and then I kind of need to figure out what I'm going to do with the cotton fabric. I'm not too sure. Goodness, these next few weeks are going to be busy with my husband finishing school and everything, but I hope I can get some good crafting done. And yeah, I think that's it that I had for you today. I hope you all have a wonderful next 2 weeks. I know I'm going to be busy crafting and keeping my husband alive and finishing wrapping Christmas presents and just enjoying the festive atmosphere of this month. So I hope you all have wonderful next 2 weeks. Happy crafting, stitching, knitting, crocheting, whatever you do. And I'll see you next time. Bye.